Hey everyone, in this video we're going to Tarantino it a little bit. We're going to end with the ending where I talk about why I built things this way, and then I'm going to show you the whole process of how I built this app from beginning to end all within VS Code for a ServiceNow app. Okay, I just did a lot in one session and I was able to build an entire application. I know it's a small use case, but it was a full endpoint with roles and an entire custom table. And I verified this off screen, but it works. It works exactly how I wanted it to do it. I know how to do this stuff by myself. I could have wrote that scripted REST API myself, but that was what, 20-ish minutes for it to do it automatically for me based off of some planning documents that I had with it and reviewing a plan while I could easily be doing something else. And that's kind of the amazing part of all of this way we can do ServiceNow development. I also hear a lot of the questions of people saying like, oh, why would I want to do this in ServiceNow? Like, why can't I just build this app somewhere else? I've built these apps in other places. I've built this in a full stack environment. I know how to build railway connections and AWS buckets and the integrations with cloud services and NoSQL like databases and stuff like that. It's annoying. Like, I don't want to do all that stuff right now. And yeah, Claude can help me do a lot of that. But if I'm already working in ServiceNow and that's where all my other enterprise applications are and that's where all our other integrations are and stuff like that, it's really cool to be able to build these things quickly without having to worry about the additional integrations of a database, the additional integrations of having a security layer, that stuff. All of my experience as a ServiceNow developer means I can really fly with all this new technology. That's what I wanted to demonstrate to you all today. If you are interested in learning about how I do development via the Build Anywhere framework and the ServiceNow SDK, the Fluent plugins, and within my VS Code window, I have a series that I've been working on regarding all of this, and I've been detailing my walkthrough of using all of this SDK stuff and Claude Code to do it. And it's located at devlink.sn/buildanywhere, or you can join us at our YouTube channel where I'm releasing these videos regularly. Thanks everyone, bye. All right, hey everybody, I wanted to try to show you all the power of this idea of building anywhere for ServiceNow, trying to build applications outside of the platform for the platform. And so I have my VS Code loaded. I have a markdown file of an API proposal. And in this project proposal that my teammates and I have agreed upon, I have agreed that I will build them a REST API endpoint with a custom table that will expose certain data on this instance to my teammates so that they can consume it for a different platform. So basically I'm building an endpoint in ServiceNow that is role-based, has that security, and will have a custom table that is a whitelist. In this document, I have all the stuff that I need to do, like what this API will do, what's the scope of it, what's outside of the scope of it, the data model of the fields that I'm trying to expose to them, plus the access controls and API parameters, like pagination and the limits of what information will be given to them over time. And then the privacy and data handling, and then a timeline of me building it within a few days, giving them a week or two to UAT, launching it, etc. And then ownership and responsibilities. So normal product requirements document, normal project proposal. So I have this file loaded into my VS Code. I have a couple of other files in here, like a custom skill command that I like to use to deploy between instances. And then a credentials file that holds my password that will not be committed into a repository. But that's it. It's a folder on my computer. No Git stuff started, nothing actually launched. The SDK hasn't built anything yet. And I wanted to demonstrate doing that here. So I'm going to go ahead and launch Claude Code, and I'm going to paste a prompt into it that I've typed out. So I have one prompt, and we're going to go through there. The prompt basically says, take the proposal document that I just showed you all and turn it into a real Fluent SDK project, scaffold it, get it on GitHub, deploy it to dev, test it, and then finally file any GitHub issues that might have been broken, or just do the whole thing start to finish. I provided the information that I know it will want, like the local path of where this folder is, the scope name that I want to give it, the name of the app in ServiceNow that it should have, where should the GitHub remote be, and now I'm putting that in our team org, and what instance we're targeting for the first launch of it. I mentioned the credential that is being stored for this and that I already have the authentication created for the Now SDK, so that's already been done in the past. I talk about the source table of where the information is. I'm probably going to blur it out in the future. And how that information is stored so that it knows where to go. The whitelist custom table that I wanted to do and how it should be formatted, including some seed data that I want to give to it. And then what to do exactly. Scaffold the Fluent project, give a git ignore, do the pulling of all the type definitions from the SDK's documentation utilizing the Fluent skill plugins that I've installed. And then wire up a README at the end. So I'm going to go ahead and fire this off in plan mode like I normally do. And I'm going to let it run in real time. And I'll probably fast forward through this part while it's doing it. Okay, so it came up with a plan. I'm going to go read through it real quick and then see if there needs to be anything changed. Okay, the plan had everything that I expected, so I'm going to go ahead and auto accept it, and then I'm going to switch it over to bypass permissions and let it run. All right, let's see what happened with it. It finally finished. Okay, remember we started off with a basically blank folder with a couple of files in it with planning documents, and within a prompt and an acceptance of the plan, it launched the Fluent SDK app and created it. Is a new scoped application, created that new custom table for me, seeded some data, created the ACLs, created the cross scope privilege for it, created the endpoint, and then also created the Git repository and then pushed it to a remote repository on GitHub for me. And then actually, when it was finished, it actually smoke tested all the results and figured out the different ways that the parameters worked and test all of them and returned all proper responses and found no issues and then finished. So I can even check. I can see that it made the private GitHub repository on my team's org and made a README file for people to understand. And then the last thing that I would want to do is let's create a consuming API document, a markdown file to be placed in the .planning folder that lets our stakeholders know exactly how to consume it and what API they should use and what is required for it. All right, it made the consuming API documentation that I can give to my teammates now. And last but not least, deploy this to UAT. And because of my custom skill knows what to do for deploying, it deployed to UAT. I'm going to hand it off to my teammates and they're going to be able to test it. And then when we're done, I could just simply say in here, deploy to prod and confirm.